A campaign to teach children and parents and educators about the hazards of toy guns and violent video games is coming to Orange County. Joining us with more on the 16th Annual Anti-Violence Day and much, much more, we welcome Dr. Farid Kioumehr. We're glad to have you with us.
Glad to be here.
Yeah, okay. Talk a little bit about, first of all, you are responsible in part for the anti-violence campaign of Peace Day. Okay, this has been going on this is the 16th annual. 16th. For folks who may not be aware of it, talk a little bit about what it is.
Okay, Peace Day is an event which, as you mentioned, is going to be 16th annual in William Mason Park for Iranian community, which is 13 Badar, which more than 30,000 people would gather for a celebration that we have 13 days after the Nowruz. And we have chosen that day for Iranian community to the kids bring in their toy gun and turn in their toy gun, toy weapon, violence video game, anything which teach them violence, and give it to us. And instead they create with these pieces a piece of art with peaceful messages, anti-violence message. And instead, because we wanted to appreciate what they do for, the kids do, we give them a T-shirt and the certificate. It both have anti-violence, anti-gun messages, peaceful messages. So everything we do give the kids also are educational.
So you say it's for the Iranian community, but it's open to anyone.
This is open to anyone, especially this year. I'm glad you mentioned it because the Easter is going to be happen to be the same day, April 4th, next Sunday. So everybody is welcome, and I encourage parents, grandparents to talk to their kids and ask them to kindly bring their toy gun after education.
Right.
And they bring it to us and we do the same thing and we teach them that. If they don't have toy gun or toy weapon and violence video game, or last 16 years they give it to us, we also encourage them to come in our booth and bring their anything. They can draw or write something against violence or something peaceful. We also give them a certificate.
What else is going to be taking place other than taking in the toy guns?
In 13 Badar, in that event, people would come in, they would have fun. We try to get rid of our sorrows or our anger, whatever we have. That day is very famous for Iranian to be peaceful, and that's why I'm hoping to have this day as International Peace Day recognized in UN.
With the UN.
Soon, I hope.
You were also telling me earlier that you received a Peace Award.
Peace Award, yes.
What is that?
Because what we do, this Anti-Violence Day or Peace Day that we are talking about is just a small, portion or component of our bigger campaign we have, is anti-violence campaign. And that is very big. I cannot really mention it in a few minutes we have here. But the reason we chose that is, I'll tell you about the Peace Award anyway, because violence is a disease. We look at it as a disease. And it is deadly social epidemic disease. And if we don't prevent it now, it's going to ruin our society tomorrow. And we also believe in the U.S., because of all this availability of guns in this country and violence in general, especially gun violence. I can give a few statistics quickly. Like we have at least over 100,000 people get shot by gun every year in this country. More than 30,000 people die by a gun. Every 3 hours, one kid under 19 would be killed by a gun. And we can go on and on. Like in the Vietnam War, which it was like 8 years, it was 58,000 soldiers killed, whereas, in every 2 years now, as I said, 30,000 people died by the gun. Every 2 years, we would have the same amount of, number of people being killed. For that matter, and then we believing that the kids have been desensitized. We all have been desensitized. Violence is everywhere. But we have been desensitized, and we believe this is part of life, and especially kids with the violence in media, with, because of having possession of video games, which is, violence, whatever, they have been desensitized. We're trying to sensitize them back again. We're trying to rewire them. And hopefully, because of that, and because they find out that we teach the kids from the young age, that's why they realize that as a basic, important, It's solving the problem of violence. So gave us a piece of
and
work.
they gave you the piece of work. Congratulations on that.
Thank you very
Thank you
much.
so much for heading up this event. Folks can get more information at IHERC.org. Peace Day is coming up on April the 4th. Thank you, Doctor, for coming in. We're glad to have you on.
Thank you very much
All
for
right.
having me.
That's it for this edition of Real Orange. Thanks for watching.
And you can watch Real Orange Monday through Thursday at 6:30 and 11. Good night.